Morning guys, F1 weekend just started. It's Friday. Right now we're just watching the practice, editing some vlogs, and we're just looking at our stats, seeing what's going on, what's not going on. Anyway, today we're going to be heading in the car with my cousin Adam, and we're going to meet up with my other cousin Jeff and our good family friend Frank. Chances are this is going to be a really short vlog because with the amount that these guys swear and with the things and discussions that will be had, likely most of that is going to be behind the scenes or cut or edit. But we'll take it from here, we'll see where we go, and we'll see what happens. Once you have that foundation, you can go frontwards, you can go backwards, you could brake right, left. Then you start working on the virage brusque, you start working on, the inside leg, the open
virage
dips.
What's that?
The hard turns.
Okay, yes.
Like a hard turn. Virage, you can do that. You're going to like it. You keep asking yourself, why do people just like being in pain at the gym? Like, what's the advantages? By the way, I say this as someone who's never been to the gym.
Yeah,
but I just know.
Gym at home, man. Didn't you have to?
Yeah, I have a gym at home too. But I just say it just because I understand it. Like, I play sports, so I understand it where, it's like the same thing that people tell me, like, why are you hustling, like, in the boards and whatever when you play hockey? It's just, that's the fun of it. And yes, you do get the endorphins after. It's good, though, that you're getting a base because once you get, like, the first 21 to 22 days, scientifically, that's what a lot of habits require to start. It starts, like, 21 to 22 days is what the cutoff period is. If you can manage it for that time, you're good. If you can manage it for that amount of time, then after that you're going to be free floating because then it's part of your itinerary. Instead of being home just scrolling on those stupid apps. Exactly. I talk about it in all my other videos too. Those apps are just designed to make you dumb.
Yeah.
It just keeps you brain dead. Even the creators of those apps. Zuckerberg even said himself, I think it was on the Rogan podcast or with Theo Vaughn or one of them, even said himself that people shouldn't be on these apps the majority of the day, that they should really just get on, do what they have to do, and then get off. He profits from it more than anyone, and even he says it.
Yeah.
But he knows people aren't going to do that, so.
The internet or whatever.
That's why already you're on the internet.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah,
on the internet, everybody's an expert.
That's true, man.
And most of those guys too that look super jacked, first, just because somebody's good at something doesn't mean that they're good at explaining it. A lot of players can coach, but yet a lot of coaches can't play. So you're good.
Point. Very good point, man.
So don't forget that. And everybody's body is different. You can't compare.
That's true.
You can't compare your physiology to other people. Plus, you do have some sort of a foundation because early on you were skating, you were doing sports.
Helps.
Now it's just because you're like in basically a 7-8 year period where you've been stagnant. So now it's like getting back into it.
Partying and like just wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. I guess you could say you invested in memories.
Yeah.
Some of those memories maybe you don't remember.
Yeah, most of them.
That's why it's simple science. Everybody says it, and it's just been like that. When do you ever go to the gym and you see someone leave and then they say, I regret coming to the gym. I should have stayed home and watched TV. Have you ever?
Never.
I've never heard of somebody tell me, someone who goes to the gym regularly, or somebody who doesn't even go regularly, somebody who just says, I regret spending all that time at the gym. I should have never gone. Oh, they both went.
Not a single time I've ever heard that.
You could go after him.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I never heard anybody say that they regret that. Never. You get the one off where the guy gets injured, but apart from that,
I want to avoid.
And you see, for me, yeah, as you said, it's just that it's because I just play a lot of sports. Yesterday I was on the ice.
Yeah.
Monday I was playing ball hockey. Sunday I was on the ice. Tuesday I was on my bike. Calorie burning is different.
Yeah.
So cardio burns more calories in a moment. Weightlifting, the whole idea is that you end up gaining more muscle on your body. Therefore, your body's resting metabolic rate increases. Therefore, you passively burn more calories. Which is why weightlifting in the long run burns more calories. Wow. The easiest way to burn calories is to not consume them at all.
Yes.
Don't have ice cream before going to bed.
Don't
have any snack. Instead of having ginger ale, have water. Instead of having beer, have water. The more you keep getting back into your active state, then it's going to be easier for you to sleep, easier for you to wake up. These SSRIs that these doctors just throw at people, these antidepressants, I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, get into it, man. Get into it.
It's so dumb. It's because most of those people, if they would just live more active lifestyles,
100%.
First, depression to some extent. I'm not going to say everybody's. Yeah. To some extent, depression is a privileged disease. Now, I know people hate hearing this. But I've been to some countries where people are struggling a lot more and they do not have depression, and they say that they just don't understand that concept. What's he doing? Ah, he's driving an electric car, I think.
But absolutely, Matt, you're right. It's like you don't have time to be.
Yeah, you don't have time for this nonsense. Depressed.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I agree.
We're not eating tomorrow if you don't catch that pig.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Depression?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of starvation? Everything we say, by the way, do your own due diligence. This is all. Everything I say is a joke, including that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, sirens! Is that behind us? And that. All right, just cut the clip.
No, don't you dare.
No, don't dare cut the clip. That was close. I almost cut the clip.
Don't you dare. Man.
Almost cut the clip. Man. What's interesting about our F1 is that most F1 tracks are outside of the city. Ours, although it's outside of the city, it's within city limits proximity because it's on an independent island, is Sainte Helene, that is off of Montreal, the Champlain Bridge, and the metro and the ferry, etc. But from downtown Montreal, back when we had the screaming V8s and 10s, you were able to hear it from the island of Montreal. You could be in downtown and you could hear the screaming engines. I used to be at Dawson College, and I used to be able to hear it on the Friday. I used to be able to hear them when I had to go in for exams.
They should bring it back, man.
They need to bring back the V8s, the V10s, the screaming engines. Get rid of the turbos.
Get rid of the environmentalists. I'm joking.
We're joking. Not joking. Not joking. Not joking. Keep that in. Not joking.
Keep it in, man.
Keep it in. Keep it in. Not joking. Keep that in.
But for real, like environmentalists, I get their purpose. You know, like I care for the planet too, but it's if anything ever has to happen, it's like in thousands of years. I'm pretty sure, man. Not now.
No, honestly, like
it's always been around without us. Like it's always managed.
Look, I'm not gonna even get into it, but if you're throwing paint around on things, thinking that you're helping your point, you're not. All those people have deeply rooted psychological issues. There's none of them that if they were to get professionally evaluated by a psychologist or a criminal psychologist, whatever you want to get, whatever profession really you want to evaluate them, they all have deep-rooted psychological issues. It's not everybody who has psychological issues would want to throw paint on art, but everyone who throws paint on art has deep-rooted psychological issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Olympic Village right here, by the way, this is where they used to house all the athletes. Should have maybe shown it earlier. We're on Sherbrooke Street right now. And I think we also passed by the Olympic Stadium, which I didn't show. But it is what it is. Never mind. The Olympic Stadium is coming up. There's the Olympic Stadium. There is the Saputo Soccer Stadium. There's the, what's the team called?
Impact. But now they're called, what are they called again now?
Anyways, the Montreal soccer team.
CF Montreal.
Oh, CF Montreal. Okay, so they play over there, and there's the Olympic Stadium right there. Once again, we are on Sherbrooke Street. On the right, there's also Maisonneuve Park. I never go to Maisonneuve Park because they had an insectarium there prior, and recently, in recent years, they decided to invest even more millions of dollars to make the insectarium even larger. I don't know who... My mind is blown. I don't know why you would do that. Why would you do that? So I don't go to Maisonneuve Park because there's an insectarium. Now, there is the Botanical Gardens, which would be cool to visit right over here. However, the Botanical Gardens are too close in proximity to the insectarium. Therefore, I'm not visiting the Botanical Gardens either. Look, they're right there. They're behind that building. That's the building where they had the Botanical Gardens building or whatever.
I'm going to buy you tickets for your birthday, Matt.
Absolutely not.
Insectarium, we're going to go, man.
Absolutely not. Good thing my birthday's in a long time from now and you'll forget. Good thing. You'll forget. You could squeeze by. There's the biodome in there. And the roof that is being restored. They are spending an unprecedented amount of money trying to restore that roof. Montreal, it reminds me a bit of Paris in this way, and obviously not to the same scale. That Paris is just a really large museum. And there's a lot of potential for Paris, but it's the politics that ruin it. Montreal's the same way. Montreal could be a great city. There could be a lot of good things going on over here. But the politics just ruins it. It's just, it drives it down to the ground. And I mean, it's not right, really. It's not right for the residents, especially the ones like us who we've seen it from when we were kids to now. We've seen the change. We've seen Montreal become worse year over year. I'm still shocked that we have the F1 and that we were able to sign that F1 contract to 2031, which, by the way, they could remove whenever they want. There's no clause holding them to it. But this year, apparently the track, there's better prep. They are saying, though, that the track is quite bumpy, so that's why as well, Montreal, even though it's a low drag race, there's other things that you need to take into consideration, like the larger curbs and the bounce. So not all cars react well to the bounce. So the ones that react well end up doing better. We'll see. I believe the last 3 years now, Verstappen's won all 3, rain or shine. We'll see what we get.
Fire, man, him.
Yeah, we'll see what we get this year in the race.
Leclerc, by the way, hit the wall.
Yeah, I saw.
Was it fast? How fast?
It was pretty fast. It was actually, he went off the grass because he wasn't making the break in time. So then he tried to take the curve. Anyway, went on the grass, hit with his left, lost his front left tire in the practice. And then after that, as he went to get back into the chicane, he ended up spinning backwards. He pivoted backwards, and with his rear, he hit the wall of champions. Okay. Look at that bench. That one over there. Right there. See? Now that's a majestic bench. Although this grass needs to be cut. Cut the grass, and that bench, I'd say, could potentially be an 8.5 because the distance from the bench to the tree is just right. Because when it's too close to the tree, you get all the bugs. So it's just right. It gets the shade. It also has its correct isolation, and it's facing traffic, which means if supercars, sports cars, anything drive by, you don't have to pivot your neck to see them. You could see them sitting properly rested, with your neck correctly inclined the right direction. So there's all these things you have to consider when you're looking at a bench. But yes, that one right there, not the other one. The other one is facing the other direction and it's in the sun. You're gonna burn the back of your neck. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. You don't want that. But that one there facing the traffic, that one's a good one. And it's just enough distance from the street so you're not annoyed with the cars or the cars that you don't want to see. For those who don't know, this is the last gas station before you hit downtown Montreal. Downtown Montreal, there are no gas stations. Due to safety, this is the last one. And this year on on Saint Laurent Street, even though usually every year during F1 weekend they have the F1 festivities, this year they decided to have an art mural festivity, which is why none of my cars will be on Saint Laurent in Little Italy this year, because they decided to do a mural fest the exact same weekend as F1. They have all the other weekends during the summer, they decided to do it this year. But anyways, that's their loss. Every year during F1 it's usually packed. Whatever, they know it better than I do. But we are now heading towards downtown Montreal. We're still a few blocks out. We'll pull out the camera as we get closer.
Ass looks good in jeans. Mm-hmm. Listen to me carefully, man. Are you listening?
Yeah, okay.
If an ass looks good in jeans, you see all the curvature and all this? Mm-hmm. You know that that's like the ultimate test. You know that in tights, or like gym shorts, it's off the. So that's why. Just keep that in mind, Matthew.
Okay. So so just to make sure, then, just to recap, if the ass is good in jeans, it's good in everything else.
It's because the jeans hold it tight. So in everything else, even more extreme.
Oh, so it's even more. Okay. Okay, I understand.
You understand?
So not all asses that are nice in other things are nice in jeans, but asses that are nice in jeans are nice in everything else.
100%.
Okay. Just have to get the math right. Yeah. These bikers, man. Welcome to Montreal, where the bikers ride in the middle of the street. Welcome to Montreal. They just need to get rid of them. By the way, we're speaking from my perspective. I do more mileage on my bicycle than I do in my car on a yearly basis, and even I don't like the cyclists. They just get off the road.
For real.
Or ride on the side like a normal human with a rational state of mind would. Ride properly and people wouldn't dislike you. What are you doing? This is from my first vlog ever. I sat on that bench right over there. This is the Ritz-Carlton where a lot of the F1 drivers are staying, and as you can see, there's cadets, there's police, and they block off a portion of the street to any people like myself. There's a Ferrari Roma in the front. There's usually other classics here. There's an AMG GTS, an AMG GT. You can't park here. And yeah, that's the Ritz-Carlton. That's also when NHL teams come to play. I believe this is where players and staff stay at. Same thing with any other athletes. They stay at the Ritz-Carlton. I believe there's an agreement with them. So same thing with Formula One. You used to have Ferrari who used to stay at the St. James Hotel on St. Jacques Street. However, St. James Hotel recently closed down after decades of being a landmark hotel here in Montreal. Now I believe it's being turned into condos. This could all be misinformation. Don't even look it up. Let's just roll with it. Now they stay at the Ritz-Carlton alongside, and the Ritz-Carlton usually has F1 parties, themed parties, either like a 50s party or like a Great Gatsby themed party. And at night you'll see people dressed in their attire. I think we can get this to the street. You know, let's take this alley. Let's go. Hell yeah. See, that's just one way how to get to Montreal, is just get into these random alleys and we hope for the best. We're just gonna make it here through this alley to get to the other street, because there's no street to get to the street.
A true northerner, Matt. A true northerner, man. I love it. It's northern instincts.
The northern instincts. All right, and we made it. And I think here we turn left. I mean, we have no choice but to turn left. So here we turn left.
So hold on, let's see.
Where are we heading?
I'm gonna go there.
So we now parked, and we're going to be heading. All right, we're heading this way. Let's do it. We're gonna check in when. Other way? Okay. Other way. This way. All right. We're gonna be heading that way. We'll take it from there. We'll see what we get. Nice.
Days, how you doing, baby? Good.
Yes, sir. Doing good. Doing good. By the way, a Montreal necessity right there. That's a Montreal necessity.
Fucking right.
That and a manual. Two things that won't get your car taken.
Yeah,
those are two things that nobody will take. Yeah, the manual or the bar. Yeah, I'll let you do what you got to do. Yeah, we just pulled up some. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. In front of the Wanda's well-known strip club, particularly during F1 weekend. Wanda's strip club is really well-known. We have the Four Seasons right here, not far. Aston Martin and McLaren, I believe, both them and their teams are staying there. We might pass by later. We'll take it from there. For now, we're going for a walk. We're now looking at the behind the scenes of Montreal only right now. They're going to be conducting some interviews here shortly during F1 weekend, so we're going to check out to see how it goes, but they'll be able to grab some people.
You're an F1 fan? What? Like F1? What?
So this guy here, this crazy fat dude, definitely of the spherical persuasion. This
high calorie intake human.
High caloric intake human for sure. So this guy here, what he's doing is he's going around and he's waiting for people to leave their parking spots, and then he takes a construction cone and puts it in front like that one. And now he's going around and trying to sell these spots to, I guess, people driving by or what, but I don't even know how he makes an income from it. I know. Because the parking is free at this time, and he's just trying to hustle parking. And then he gave me some story of some guy that he known for 40 years who's cheap, and now he's trying to, I don't know what he's saying to these dudes, what he's trying to do. Apparently he cleans tractors. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah,
what he's doing is actually not smart.
No, it's definitely.
I have to edit this. I want to avoid having a car.
I'm talking to Matt.
we're on the
His business model isn't smart, okay?
No, I know. He's a dumb fuck.
The business model is not good. It's not a good business model. I just feel there's so much inefficiencies in what he's doing. Like, what did it take for him to get to this point where he's? Well, I can't even say he's selling. He's not selling spots. He's not making any money from it.
I don't know what he's doing.
There's no revenue.
How? Because someone's going to actually pay him because they're stupid.
Yeah, maybe somebody's going to give him some cash.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, somebody's going to give him like a 20 or something.
Definitely going to give
Then he's going to go buy like a can of Whippets and a beer. And his beer is very noticeable in that cup. He's walking around with a random like Wendy's cup or something with a beer clearly sticking out of it. Welcome to Montreal.
I even got to do the stance, so I know it.
Whoa!
You know what the we do, man.
Yo,
you know what we do, man.
Cut that out.
It's good, eh?
Really nice.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Look, if I was a random chick in Montreal for F1 weekend, I'd definitely make you fucking fart on my chest, bro. I swear to God.
I'm more than happy to do that, man.
No, I come on, bro.
Feels good, man. It feels good, you know? Nice and fresh.
Bro, do that now that you have the beard like that, you gotta do the hand rubbing all the time.
Yeah, always.
Always. Just rubbing your hands like constantly.
It's like I haven't done this in like 3 months, but now I feel like it's like an instinct, you know?
Bro,
it just feels better.
Bro, it's like you're a fly. You know, like those flies?
Feels
Oh,
better.
the nest!
Whoa.
The nest. Nah, it's time to shave this up. Like,
Whoa.
Shave it. Don't shave it.
Why
bro.
don't
I want
you
to.
gel
When you're
it?
working out, man, it's good. It's like agility, you know?
Jeff, tell him to gel.
Yeah, just gel, bro.
No, when you're working on the
Tell him to
treadmill,
gel it.
But it looks fucking
Tell him to
nice.
gel it.
Yeah, it's
I liked it better before, man.
What are you talking about? Before you look like a homeless guy, I want to come in your beard.
I like looking like homeless.
I was getting tempted to just face you while you were sleeping.
Only thing I'm missing is a nice sandwich somewhere, man, and then we'll go bike riding all night, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it then. Let's do it.
You down?
Because they gotta head out.
Matt, we do it.
Yeah, we do it.
Want to stop and eat somewhere healthy or something?
You should.
I don't know. We do
Nah,
it.
fish. I have a walleye at home with the kale. I'm gonna eat when I get in.
Is it
We'll go
edible
bike
on
ride.
walleye or what?
Yeah,
Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Like, is it still alive?
Dude, you know what? Walleye, the fish itself, I can't stand it. Though. It tastes like nothing.
What do I have at my house? Maybe we could eat at my. What do I have?
Just put it up.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know what I have. If I would have known earlier, we're over here in TMR. We're trying to slither onto the Metropolitan, going through all of these streets, left here, right here. I don't even know if this is a real lane or not. Now we're going to keep going straight for a bit, another 2.5 kilometers or so, then we're going to take a left. But we have time before we go there. Here we have all these gentrified buildings and neighborhoods. By the way, you see this street? Look at how it looks. These are the streets that people say need bike lanes. These are the streets. Look at how this looks. Tell me, where do you want to put more bike lanes? This guy burns the red. Doesn't even follow the rules. But yes, let's put more bike lanes. They don't even follow the rules. What's going on? That guy will never bike in the winter. What are we doing? And why do we have a gender fluid lane in the middle? Like, why does it keep changing? You could drive here, you can't drive here. What's happening? And then you pay more to live in this area, even though the buildings are all run down, full of mold. And there's rats everywhere. And I'm not just talking about the people rats. I mean, there's actual rodents. Look at this guy. You have so much space to get on the side. He has to be doing it on purpose. It has to be on. Look, now he could go on the side suddenly. Look, he has so much space. What are you doing? I legitimately bike ride twice the amount of mileage that I drive. I mean, I obviously don't drive much, but I spend more time bike riding than I do driving a car, and I don't bike ride like this. That's why I still dislike these bikers.
Look at
Like, what do you, he has like 4 feet on his side. Like, look how much space you have. Get the hell out of here. He has to be doing it on purpose. There's no other, but they all do that though. That's the thing, is that they all do that. They have to, either that or they're just all dumb. Here's another one. Like, why are you so far? He has so much space. What's going on? What is happening? Welcome to Montreal. Rock and roll. We made it soon to the highway. Just slithered through all the small roads that we made out of the packed downtown core. And then over here, oh yeah, I think we go right.
Yeah.
All right. This is more complicated than it should be. All right. This guy's an Uber driver. Probably doesn't know how to drive. There's another Uber or something. Let's just get out of here. We're now in the garage, and for today, we're the Saturday. We're going to take out a car. Nice weather outside. We'll see where we go, but today we'll be taking out the Z06 rather than the Bel Air behind me, and that's because there's a lot of traffic during F1 weekend, and personally, I like to be in a car that has a fuel-injected engine like the LS6 rather than the small block 350 that's in the Bel Air. This car also has AC. This car manages heat better. It's just a more comfortable drive despite it being manual, whereas the Bel Air is automatic. But in traffic, I mean, you figure it out. Manual, automatic, uphill, downhill, you just figure it out. It's a bit of practice. It is what it is. So today we're going to take out the C5 that's right over here. And we'll see where we go, don't go. There's a car show tonight. We'll see if we decide to go. If we don't, we'll take it from there. Anyway, you know what? We're just going to cut this whole clip. This was completely unnecessary, this entire clip. Let's just get out of here. I feel like I'm the dollar store Ty Lopez or whoever that guy was that made that now infamous video of in my garage or something. Bikes. I need to get this car out. See, this is the problem with, there's just always stuff around. Like, now I need to take the car out, but there's bikes in the way and there's a bunch of stuff. Wow, this car's dirty. Let's not show that. This car is really dirty. Just need to breathe, refocus, move all this stuff out of the way, grab the car out, put the stuff back in the garage, and then we don't come back until maybe tonight. Quick update, we took out the car, we brought it to the car show, went to a car show not far from here, went to some grocery store that was having a meet, showed up there with the car. Turns out they were completely packed because they let in a bunch of scrap vehicles in the parking lot. There was nowhere to park. They said that they were going to be very choosy with the cars. They clearly were not. They let in anybody. And there was a bunch of cars being refused. It was me. There was an R34 in front of me. There was an R8 V10 behind me. All three of us got refused, and more cars were showing up and being refused. So I decided to bring the car home, parked it. Now I'm just simply going to drive to the metro, take the metro downtown, go see what's happening. Maybe some cars, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see where this video goes. That's some bullshit. Revving, no speeding, no nothing. Revving, Formula One weekend. Some bullshit. Oh well. Comical, but we're gonna go see. It's Kimi Antonelli and everybody's running towards there. A little bit comical.
Jimmy, you sign here, you win the race. If you sign here, you win the race. Jimmy, if you sign here, you win the race. Oh my God!
It's funny. Let's get out of here.
Fucking. I did get ready to get.
So on this generation of M5, the automatic transmission overheated and is locked, and we can't even put it into neutral to push it out of the way. So instead it's been here for a few minutes just sitting here because even though we're all standing here, we can't push the car because that's how badly designed some of these cars are, that Even though it's an M5, it's supposed to be the highest trim. It has the V10. You can't even put it in neutral to push it. That's how badly thought out these vehicles are. So now it's just holding up all the traffic. You just can't move it. Tow truck is gonna have to drag it. So you either wait for it to cool off and then hopefully it goes into neutral and we can push it, or a tow truck picks it up and drags it out. That's how badly designed these vehicles are. I don't know what they were thinking when they made them, but it's legitimately locked up. There's nothing to do with it.
Mateus Diano, man. We're in the vet right now.
We are.
Matt, what's happening? How you feeling?
We are back. Last night, as you saw in the clips, there wasn't too much going on. There was just so much cops. There wasn't really much happening. There was that whole Kimi Antonelli thing in front of the Ritz. Decided to just hop back into Metro, plus I had to pee. Decided to hop back into Metro, come back. This morning now, we're getting ready to go to Lamborghini Montreal to watch the Formula One on the big screen. We're not going to the actual race. We're not going to the race unless A, we get the tickets for free, or B, they bring back the loud cars. So, you know, or else what's the point? F1 is one of those sports where when you go in person, it sucks if you want to follow the race because you have no clue what's happening. It's one of those sports. It's not like football, soccer, hockey, basketball. You're there, you know, you see it all. Racing, you don't see it all. You're there for the feeling. You know, it's like take NASCAR and take away the beer. Nobody's gonna go. You know what I mean? It's like baseball. Take away the chicken wings and take away the beer. Nobody's going. Like that's partially the point. But anyway, now we're on the way to the Lambo dealer. We're a bit later than usual. I got caught up with a few things. Traffic isn't too bad, but yes, we are in the Z06 right now. And temp is good, and we're good, and we're just here with Adam. We're just hanging out. We're just having a good time. We're just hanging out.
Mateus in the vet, man.
Put a ton of sunscreen. Put a ton of lip chap. My lips right now are likely glistening. Put way too much lip chap. Half my face is numb. But we are here. That's what we're doing. Hopefully you can hear us properly with the exhaust. Something else too that nobody tells you when you buy one of these cars is when you have wide tires. These are 295s in the back, I believe, or 285s. I have to check. Anyway, what they don't tell you is on the Metropolitan and other highways that are poorly maintained and poorly constructed. What they don't tell you is that your tires follow the groove, so you really need two hands on the wheel when you're driving, especially in this part of the Metropolitan where it's suspended through the Saint Michel, Saint Laurent, Hunsik, Saint Leonard area, etc. You really need to hold onto the wheel because as you're driving, you're going to get quick jolts, and that's when you could be sent sideways or into a wall or into another car. So you really have to make sure that you're holding onto the wheel properly. Right now we're going slow, we're okay, but at around 50-60 kilometers an hour, you start to feel the pull.
We got Mateus here opening it up.
We're on the highway now, we're in 6th. We're at about 100 kilometers an hour, we're at about 1600 RPM.
handle here.
What's up, guys? We're gonna try and find parking here, which may be a problem here. I'm gonna try and see if we could.
Got my taste now. I'm gonna try to find some parking.
All right, we got parking. This isn't even the parking of where we're going, but so many cars though, just a bunch of cars everywhere. I don't think they expected this reception either. Hybrid license plate.
Pretty crazy, man. Back here now.
John Blair special.
Much better exit from Lando Norris even before he gets the DRS open. He is past him up in the 6th place.
Super fair driving there from Fernando Alonso. He does not need.
The way it's working out. So Lewis Hamilton's coming into the pits. Lando Norris gets past him. Hamilton will just have to drop back a little bit here so he can move over to the left-hand side and come into the pits. That's probably cost Hamilton 2 or 3 tenths.
Yeah, and so.
Coming in for a pit stop anytime soon.
And Leclerc suddenly picking up the pace as well. McLaren's are doing 117 ohms as the front. I don't think that's fast enough. I think they need it 16 if that's
It's a beautiful car. We've seen the car leave it around too long for a pit stop here in Montreal before, and it cost Lando Norris on that side. But is Piastri vulnerable if he doesn't come in the pit soon? This is the Stafford. Max Verstappen. They need a fast pit stop here, and they've got one down to McLaren. Oscar Piastri back out again.
And Norris is in the 16.5s, as is Leclerc. And this is their moment. We're starting on the hard compound.
3.5?
Yeah. Safety car.
Pretty sure it's that.
We're gonna go investigate. Alright, let's go see what's under that wrap.
They can talk about the central tunnels.
It looks like, what is it, an NSX? What is it? Dual exhaust like that. Could be.
Lewis Hamilton's chances here. He needs to clear that most
Yeah. GTS. Have you ever seen a Viper with a first gen Viper with its windows up? If you look carefully, it's because there's no windows on the first gen Vipers. Same thing like that one over there. Same thing like the other ones that we see. There's no windows on a first gen Viper.
Ferrari. George Russell up in the second. Moment, things start. I might be able to get you under braking, but no. Russell was away and he'd gone, and that was the
Pace fading away a little bit now.
It is, but hoping you can get the advantage back if it's a one-stopper by not losing 18 more seconds for a second pit stop. Let's just have a look at how George Russell got past Charles Leclerc as easy as you would like if you were the
person who looks like a nailed on one stop is Alex Albon, funnily enough, because he made it just to lap 25, which was perfect, starting on the medium, now going on the hard tyre, and they're hoping that hard tyre can go to the end, but that is a long distance away, probably 70 laps.
Yes, and are we saying then that Lando Norris, if he's going to go one stop, needs to go to about lap 40 here on those tyres? Frustration here for Max Verstappen because he's not managed to get past Charles Leclerc in either of those two DRS. He's got another lap behind the Ferrari, with the Ferrari holding him up. It didn't take George Russell as...
Maybe eventually one day you'll fill me another car, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Well, I said the doors are always open for you guys. Buy or no buy. Is that the gentleman with the Z3? Okay. Hold it. Hardly this.
For those who don't know, Adam and I saw this car 14 years ago when it was first sold, and it's been in Montreal or in Laval since, and now it looks like, I guess, they got it back. But we saw this car in 2011, and I might post up a photo somewhere or a video somewhere.
I'm gonna send you a pic of me standing next to it.
Of me standing next to this car in 2011 or 2010. But this is the exact car. It's the exact same one.
Pretty heavy car.
Go ahead.
Pretty heavy car, man. Look at this thing.
Good enough from the 308. Yeah, good enough. I'll take it. We'll take that from a 308. It's a miracle that car's even still on the road. Those things are always breaking down.
Oh, yeah?
The cost of ownership is like 20% of the cost of the vehicle.
That's a cheap thing.
Every year. Yeah, it's cheap.
Buick.
Yeah, so here we have a 992 911 GT3 RS. There we have a 991 GT3 RS. This one's automatic. They're both automatic. Sad times. Top, with the injectors as well. They're nice, and they sound really good, these engines. Especially with the cam, they sound really good.
The screen in turn 2 and ahead. That move by Antonelli on the first lap of the race. Certainly is. Comes into this race, of course, after the
on his back, and it's really his head up, and he's out of the Grand Prix. Take care, bye-bye.
Wrapping it up here, everybody's heading out. Decent event, nice weather, likely got sunburnt despite having a super thick layer of sunscreen. It is what it is. Lots of cops in the area though, not a lot of cars pushing. Saw the Mercy SV, that was the highlight, obviously. All in all, okay event. Now we're gonna head back and we might call it soon enough for the video.
We got the Mateus here.
Yes, sir.
He's coming out of this event now in the parking lot.
Yes, sir. I will say getting out of the parking is much easier than getting into the parking.
Yeah.
That I will say. Getting out is much smoother. Hopefully the drive home is smoother, but with Montreal you never really get a smooth drive.
Jay is patiently waiting to get out of here, man.
He wants me to rep while going over a hill. Does he know that we're still in gear?
These are all the folk enjoying the show. Got Mateus here.
Yeah.
He's gonna put them on a show.
I don't know about that one.
The fine folk here. Very serious Mateus.
That's about as much as we're gonna do.
And very smart too, because there's a cop right here.
That's
You can see
all
right here.
We're gonna do. That's about it. Just basically you hit the speed limit and then you let go.
Yeah. And it sounded nice enough for him to get a taste.
Yeah.
Very good, Mateus.
Not really much to it.
Matt's a legend, man. Guys, subscribe to his channel. He's an absolute beast. Matthew in motion, baby.
Matthew in motion. Just another vlog. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap up this vlog. Can't hear anything right now. Hopefully you can still hear me. We're gonna wrap up this vlog. What gear am I in? Oh, I'm still in third. Fourth now. As I said, we're gonna wrap up the vlog. And thanks for hanging out. This won't be a long video. A nice quick one, more videos to come.